Whiskey lovers rejoice. We have a top tip for sprucing up those dead bottles of bourbon, and it all starts with an apple. If you have a few apple peels sitting around, don't throw them out just yet. Apple peels are incredibly versatile. Use a few thin slices to make tea, apple syrup, and more. They're especially handy for bourbon enthusiasts. Let's say you received a less than stellar bottle of bourbon over the holidays. Instead of letting it gather dust, use apple peels to infuse the bourbon with a subtle, fruity undertone. Apple peels create a bourbon infusion, reminiscent of Jack Daniel's Tennessee apple. Perfect for those who like a touch of natural sweetness in their drink. And don't worry, the apple peels won't overpower the bourbon's bold character. The flavor extracted is gentle, enhancing the bourbon rather than stealing the show. There's more to this process than just taste. While you might not think about nutrition while sipping bourbon, apple peels are packed with antioxidants and beneficial polyphenols. So you're not only enhancing the flavor, but also giving your bourbon a nutritional boost. Recycling these peels is also a great step towards making your kitchen more eco-friendly. For obvious reasons, it's probably best not to use your prized bourbons for this infusion. Keep those top-shelf bottles for sipping or classic cocktails. Instead, find a cheap, unopened bottle of bourbon. Grab a large jar that can comfortably hold the bourbon and all the apple peels. For a 750 milliliter bottle, you'll need the peels from 6 to 7 apples. Pour the bourbon into the jar, making sure the peels are fully submerged. If you want to add extra complexity, throw in a cinnamon stick and 1 or 2 cloves. These seasonings add warm, spicy flavors that complement the natural sugar of the apple. Seal the jar securely and let it sit at room temperature to age. Strain out the seasonings after 2 days. And a week later, strain out the apple peel. And that's it. Store your fresh apple bourbon like any regular bottle of flavored whiskey, either at room temperature or in the fridge. If you like it cold, it should stay good for a couple of weeks. During that time, use it just like regular bourbon. Enjoy it neat, or mix it into bourbon-based cocktails. The choice is yours. If you're craving an apple bourbon cocktail, the easiest way to use this infusion is by substituting it for regular bourbon in classic recipes like the Manhattan or Old Fashioned. The familiar bourbon twang remains, but those added apple notes bring a delightful fruitiness. If you're mixing for folks who enjoy light and flavorful drinks, these will be a hit. If you're not in the mood for sipping neat or mixing a party drink, enjoy the infusion in a casual hot toddy, also known as a bourbon cough syrup. Just mix the bourbon with hot water and sweeten it with some honey if needed. By the end, you'll have a steaming cup of soothing applewhite goodness. However you choose to use it, your apple-infused bourbon will no doubt be a hit. So why not give it a try?